All right, gentlemen. All right, kings. Welcome back. So we're gonna take a look at some videos from the good people over at Modern Women Archives. Women complaining that men just we're not enthusiastic to date you once you've hit the big 4-0. Sorry, but you're not as you're not as beautiful as you once were, and we we wanted you when you're young and hot. Now that we're getting you when you're you know you become filet mignon to now a microwaved ready to eat dinner. It's like, yeah, it's around, and I'll take it, but I'm not gonna keep it around for long term.
Anyone else out there in their 40s in the dating pool? Yeah, it's trash, isn't it? The dating pool is full of trash.
Well, if you're in the dating pool, I guess you're part of the trash as well. And ladies, I'm sorry, but after the age of 40, it's over. There is no more dating. It's just hookups. That what why would a guy want to date you? You've either been divorced or you have multiple kids by multiple different men. Guys will use you for a fun time, but it's just like, I guys got their own lives. We got our own hobbies. We got our job. What do you have to offer us? Why would we choose you as opposed to the 25-year-old version of you?
Why is it that in our 40s we can't find men who can communicate? Where are they? It's like they start off one way, all nice and sweet and communicative and responsive, and then it just goes downhill, and you want to call them out on any kind of bullshit, or you want to communicate, and the answer is to ghost you and then block you on everything. I don't understand why ghosting and blocking is a thing in your 40s. Fucking communicate.
No. And here's the thing. You are not as special as you think you are. You know, I have this theory that when a woman gets married, let's say at the age of 25, that she mentally freezes at 25, and then if she gets divorced and she's 40 and out and about dating again, that she still has that 25-year-old mentality of guys want to fly me out, guys want to take me out to parties and concerts and pay for my drinks and take me out to dates and dinners and yada yada yada. But it's like a 25-year-old mind in a 40-year-old body, and I think it's just the two aren't matching. I think once they get married, they're like, oh, I'm frozen in this mind state.
Aren't we overplaying these childish games?
I am 30 years old and I have never had a boyfriend.
Oh Lord. Okay, you're 30 years old and you've never had a boyfriend. That is completely 100% your fault. That is not the guys. See, this is what women do when they go back. They work it backwards. It's like, oh, well, if I give him access to the bedroom, that'll give me commitment. No, what you need to do is secure the relationship first before you secure the bedroom. Hey, I like you, but just so you know, I'm only intimate with people I'm in a long-term relationship with. I would like to get to know you for a couple months before I give myself away to you, because I don't pass out my goodies like it's candy on Halloween. I'm more selective with whom I'm with. But if you are going to give it away before a guy needs to give you commitment, then why would a guy commit to you? Because you have shown of your own choice, of your own free will, that that you do not require commitment. So if you don't require it, why should I give it?
Lately, the older I get, the more I'm like, wait, am I actually potentially going to end up alone? And not in the way that I think, like, oh my gosh, like, no one's ever gonna like me. Because I do believe if I wanted a boyfriend, I could go get one, but I feel like I would also be settling. I feel like I just have a lot of things that are very important to me when I'm looking at the people I want, in my close circle and in my life. And because I've gone my whole life without having a relationship, I'm okay with being alone. Like, I genuinely enjoy my alone time. Do I get lonely? Of course, but I tend to fill those voids with, hanging out with friends, calling my family, even like coming on here on TikTok.
Then you're not comfortable being alone. If you have to fill your alone time with outside stimulation of, oh, what are my friends doing? What are my family doing? Let me go bother them to have that emotional connection. Then you're not fine being alone. If you were fine being alone, you'd be like, all right, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to stay home and I'm going to watch a movie. I'm not going to bother anyone else with my BS because I'm fine with being alone. But she can't be alone. She fakes it.
And just finding comfort and being able to relate to other people. But I sometimes wonder if never getting that initial like teenage whirlwind romance that's solely based on like attraction and lust and just nothing that's like really serious. In a way, I'm like, has that ruined dating for me? Now, like I said, I'm 30 years old. So there's a lot that I look at when it comes to dating. Do our morals align? Are we similar? Is this really someone I would want to have in my life for?
Okay, so she said she's 30. Now, I wish I could be a fly on the wall with these women who are 30 plus and they're single without kids. Does she want to be married and have children? Because if so, tick tock, your eggs aren't getting more youthful. Your eggs are depleting, every month. Just you're flushing out your eggs. And I just wonder, does she just think that she could, as these ladies love to say, manifest? Does she think she's going to manifest herself a man and bing, oh, here's 6 foot tall Dr. Tyrone to sweep me off my feet and pay for all my expenses? I mean, really, if you want to start finding a relationship at 30 and you've never been in a relationship, more power to you. But I think she is going to struggle heavily.
Or, the long haul. It's like, can you still have all those things, yet also have that person be like that teenage, like puppy love type of relationship? I feel like at this stage of my life, I don't want to date somebody just to date somebody. I don't really want to like waste my time. I've had the situationships, but it's always like more one-sided where I really like this person and they don't really like me. That still isn't that like puppy love type of relationship because the feelings were never like mutual. Now when it comes to dating, I'm like, I want both. I want it all. Now just getting older and kind of being more realistic about things and, seeing things and learning things, I'm like, maybe that's just not how it is. Like, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes it just kind of makes me sad that I did miss out on that like teenage puppy love type of relationship. Any of you guys feel this way? Or if you have been like me, never had a boyfriend, never had a relationship, and then got into a relationship, did you feel like you were able to like get it all? Or is this what people mean when they say lower your standards?
Oh, there are certain things at my big age I would think would be common knowledge, standard practice, and I wouldn't have to keep repeating myself. And yet, here we are. I had hooked up with this guy several weeks prior. He was pretty sweet, recently separated, hadn't dated in a long time. He finished pretty quickly once we did the deed, but that was okay. He had already gotten me off. But
Oh, okay. So you're already going to crap talk this man like he finished, pretty early, but I got off before him. I'm sorry. Are we not going to criticize you for you getting off too early? I mean, and listen to this. I hooked up with this guy, meaning he wasn't your boyfriend. But, go on.
the next time, he didn't bother to handle that before he went in, where he once again finished pretty quickly. And while the opportunity is still there to take care of me manually, he's making no efforts to hide the fact that he is exhausted. Which is fine. I understand your bodies are different from ours and often completely depleted of energy once you've had your release.
Yes, because we are shooting out our energy all over your stomach, thighs, and chest. I mean, it's like literal energy is shooting out. And our lower back's on fire, we're sweating, and you're just like laying there. Of course you have energy to go again. You didn't do much.
So I tell him, very respectfully on the way out, hey, just make sure next time to take care of your partner before you finish. And I can tell he's uncomfortable, clearly in fight or flight mode, and just wants me to leave, so I do.
Listen to that. Get the F out. I don't care what you have to say. Well, you should take care of your partner. Why? I mean, think about it. After the third time, it's like, you know what? There's nothing new to do with it. You've experienced all that she has to offer. So maybe she was average. Maybe she was just average. And the guy's like, you know what? This is not worth it. Let me just get mine and just get on with the rest of my day.
And then he shoots me this text about 5 minutes after I've driven off. First of all, sir, had you gotten an actual scolding from me, you'd be crying in the corner thinking about what you did. Second of all, you're a grown-ass man. You're in a long-term relationship. Not only was I being gentle to avoid triggering any insecurities, but you should know better. I don't know if he blocked me before seeing my response, but hopefully someone watching can learn from this. Gentlemen, let me make it clear to you, we do not care how quickly you finish as long as we also get to finish. Usually the most efficient way to guarantee that happens is we come first. And we get it. Sometimes it's out of your control and you just can't hold back. No judgment. If anything, it's flattering we're having that effect on you. But you still need to step up and finish the job. And there are plenty of ways to do that that have nothing to do with your...
No, your satisfaction is irrelevant when you're looking for the population of the human race. A man's population pace, his baby gravy of explosion, that is what makes babies. A woman's pleasure center, that doesn't make babies. So ours is more important than yours. Sorry.
Your junk. In fact, many women prefer to get off completely without it. So set realistic expectations for yourselves. Do not jump in knowing you won't be able to last. If you're younger or less experienced, so too was every man that came before you. Literally. Good partners will be patient and more than willing to work around it. So too should you. And before any of you come into the comments rushing to defend this man, because there's always some of you who do, please think twice before publicly admitting you make no effort to sufficiently satisfy women.
Okay, this is to all the men that call me fat. You are allowed to be attracted to this, okay?
Okay. I that's fair. Some guys are allowed to be attracted to it, and some guys are allowed not to be.
There is nothing wrong with being into this. I'm big, I got a belly, I got big arms, I got big legs, but
I mean, okay, I'll say this. She's got a pretty decent face. I mean, if you take away all the makeup. But, I mean, I think she's got a decent face, but listen, she's probably making this post because guys are like, nah, you're too big. You're going to break my hips. My bed frame's not reinforced. I'm going to pass. And, they get all mad. But, God forbid that, we didn't grow to be 6 foot plus. Me at all of, I don't know, 5'9" or 5'10", I can't just like will myself, hold my breath and go, and then sprout 4 extra inches. Oh, look, I'm 6'2" now. Girls are like, no, you're not 6 foot. Don't bother me. Hey, it's like, you know what? You weigh more than I do. I'm sorry. I'm not throwing out a couple discs in my back for you.
I'm hot. Like, that's not up for debate, okay?
Oh, she just said, she's hot, and that's not up for debate. Yes, it is. Everything that's subjective can be debated. I mean, if I say my phone weighs 1.5 pounds, that's not up for debate. It's an objective fact. Your hotness, your level or lack of, is up for debate because you cannot quantify it. So I would say she's average, a below average body, but an average face. I don't know what's going to happen to the future of the human race. Women's expectations just get astronomical. They get higher and higher, and us guys are just like, you know what? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I just want my peace and quiet. And women are just going to keep chasing the top value men. They are going to toss them to the side like used trash. Oh, the destruction of humanity. Oh, well. Sit back and enjoy it. Anyways, guys, always take care and take it easy.